Shin Min-ah and Kim Woo-bin's deepest moment ever, why fans are crying. Imagine a quiet evening in the heart of Seoul, where the city's glittering lights fade into the shadows of unspoken promises, and two figures stand at the precipice of something so profound that it has left millions around the world holding their breath, wondering if this is the moment when love defies every obstacle or crumbles under its weight. What if the deepest connection between Shin Min-ah and Kim Woo-bin, those luminous stars of Korean entertainment whose paths have intertwined in ways that seem scripted by fate itself, wasn't born from grand gestures or public declarations, but from a single, heart-wrenching instant that no one saw coming? Could it be that this elusive event, whispered about in fan forums and dissected in late-night media analyses, holds the key to why tears are streaming down the faces of devoted followers, not just in Korea but across oceans and time zones? Or is there something even more layered, a hidden truth lurking beneath the surface of their seemingly perfect bond, teasing us with possibilities that range from triumphant reunion to irreversible farewell? As we delve into this enigma, picture yourself peering through a fogged window into their world, where every glance, every pause, and every unspoken word builds a tapestry of emotion that refuses to reveal its full design just yet. In the early days of their story, back when the world first caught wind of Shin Min-ah and Kim Woo-bin's connection, it felt like a fairy tale scripted for the screens they dominated, but with undercurrents that hinted at realities far more complex than any drama plot. Shin Min-ah, with her ethereal grace and roles that often portrayed resilient women navigating love's turbulent waters, and Kim Woo-bin, the brooding heartthrob whose on-screen intensity mirrored a depth that fans sensed was genuine, crossed paths in a professional setting that blossomed into something personal. Yet, from the outset, there was an air of mystery surrounding them, a deliberate veil of privacy that only fueled speculation. Why did they choose to keep their relationship under wraps for so long, allowing only fleeting glimpses through paparazzi lenses or subtle social media nods? Was it to protect a fragile beginning, or to shield something deeper, perhaps a vulnerability that could shatter the illusion of invincibility? As fans pieced together timelines from award show interactions and shared endorsements, a pattern emerged of quiet support, but always with that lingering question: what happens when the cameras turn away, and the real test of their bond begins in the silence of private struggles? But wait, here's where the narrative takes its first intriguing twist, pulling us deeper into the emotional labyrinth that has captivated so many. Imagine the weight of a diagnosis that strikes like lightning, altering the course of lives in an instant, and forcing those involved to confront mortality in ways that most can only fathom from afar. For Kim Woo-bin, the revelation of his health battle in 2017 wasn't just a headline, it was a seismic shift that rippled through his career, his personal world, and inevitably, his relationship with Shin Min-ah. Reports trickled out of hospital visits and treatment regimens, but the details remained shrouded, leaving room for interpretation. Did Shin Min-ah's steadfast presence during those grueling months signify an unbreakable devotion, or was there a moment of doubt, a crack in the foundation that fans now speculate might have been the precursor to something even more poignant? Picture her by his side, not in the spotlight but in the dim glow of recovery rooms, where words give way to meaningful silences and gestures speak volumes. What if, in one of those unguarded instances, a look exchanged or a hand held revealed a depth of emotion that transcended romance, touching on themes of sacrifice and resilience? And you, as a viewer tracing this path with me, can't help but wonder, was this the spark that ignited the tears we're hearing about today, or merely a prelude to a greater revelation waiting in the wings? Shifting our gaze to the fans' perspective, those ardent supporters who have woven Shin Min-ah and Kim Woo-bin into the fabric of their own emotional lives, we find a community alive with theories and heartfelt debates that mirror the star's own ambiguities. Online threads buzz with analyses of body language from rare public appearances, where a subtle lean or a protective glance is dissected like clues in a thriller. Why do some fans point to a particular interview where Kim Woo-bin's voice faltered, his eyes glistening as he spoke of gratitude without naming names, as evidence of an underlying story? Others recall Shin Min-ah's poised demeanor in press conferences, her smiles that seem to hold back a torrent of feelings, prompting questions about what she's truly guarding. Is it possible that these devoted followers, piecing together snippets from variety shows and behind-the-scenes footage, have uncovered fragments of a moment so intimate that it explains the collective outpouring of emotion? Or are they projecting their own hopes and fears onto a canvas that's deliberately left blank, inviting us all to fill in the blanks with our imaginations? As we ponder this, feel the pull of curiosity drawing you further. What if the real story lies not in what's said, but in the echoes of what's left unspoken? Now, let's layer in the media's lens, that relentless observer which amplifies every nuance into headline fodder, often blurring the line between fact and fabrication in its quest for clicks. Tabloids and entertainment portals have long speculated on the dynamics between Shin Min-ah and Kim Woo-bin, from rumored engagements to whispers of strains caused by demanding schedules. But amid the noise, certain reports stand out for their emotional resonance, like accounts of joint projects where their chemistry on set spilled over into off-camera interactions that felt too authentic to be mere acting. Consider the drama Our Blues, where their shared scenes evoked a raw vulnerability that had viewers questioning if art was imitating life or vice versa. Was there a take that went beyond the script, an improvised line or tear that wasn't planned, hinting at personal depths? Media insiders hint at private gatherings where the couple's interactions reveal a bond forged in fire, but they stop short of details, leaving us to infer from the silences. And here's where it gets crazy. What if the moment that's stirring such widespread tears isn't from a scripted scene at all, but a real-life pivot that caught even the press off guard, forcing a re-evaluation of everything we thought we knew? From the star's own vantage point, though they rarely grant us direct access, we can glean insights from carefully chosen words and interviews that feel like breadcrumbs leading to a hidden truth. Kim Woo-bin, in moments of reflection, has spoken of perseverance and the people who anchored him, his tone carrying an undercurrent of profound appreciation that begs the question, who exactly was that anchor, and what price did they pay? Shin Min-ah, equally guarded, alludes to the beauty of quiet companionship, her expressions often softening in ways that suggest layers of unspoken trials. Imagine them navigating the highs of red carpet glamour contrasted with the lows of personal adversity, where public smiles mask private tears. Could it be that in one such contrast, a shared glance during a triumphant return to the spotlight encapsulated years of accumulated emotion, overwhelming not just them but everyone witnessing it? As we explore this angle, ask yourself, if you were in their shoes, facing the glare of fame while guarding something so tender, how would you signal the depth of your connection without bearing it all? Building on these perspectives, the suspense thickens as we approach whispers of recent developments that have sent shockwaves through fan circles, developments shrouded in enough mystery to keep discussions raging for weeks. Reports of a private event, attended by close confidants and marked by an atmosphere thick with sentiment, have surfaced, but details are tantalizingly sparse. Was it a celebration of milestones reached, or a reckoning with paths diverged? Fans describe scrolling through social media, hearts pounding as cryptic posts from associates hint at tears shed and vows exchanged, without clarifying the context. Picture the online frenzy. One user deciphers a photo's background for clues, another analyzes the timing against known schedules, all converging on a narrative that's equal parts joy and sorrow. But wait, could this be the convergence point where all the threads, health battles, public reticence, and emotional undercurrents intertwine into that singular, deepest moment? Or is it a red herring, distracting from an even more profound truth that's yet to fully emerge? Delving deeper into the emotional contrasts that define their journey, we encounter the stark juxtaposition of silence versus the chaos of public scrutiny, a dynamic that amplifies every subtle cue into something monumental. In the quiet aftermath of Kim Woo-bin's recovery, when the world moved on but the scars lingered, Shin Min-ah's unwavering support was noted not through grand announcements but through consistent, low-key actions that spoke of deep commitment. Yet, in the chaos of comeback promotions and joint appearances, their interactions carried a charged energy, as if each word was laced with history. What if, amid this push and pull, a particular instance, perhaps a shared stage or a candid moment captured on film, unleashed a flood of pent-up feelings, leaving observers stunned? Fans recount feeling the shift, a palpable tension that built to an emotional crescendo, prompting tears that mirrored their own. And you have to wonder, in that blend of private resilience and public vulnerability, lies the essence of why this story resonates so deeply, doesn't it? As we navigate further, teasing the edges of what might be the core of this enigma, consider the role of timing in their saga, how perfectly aligned events can feel like destiny or deliberate design. Years of dating in secrecy gave way to gradual acknowledgments, each step forward laced with hesitation that only heightened the intrigue. Insiders murmur about a turning point where decisions were made not lightly, but with the gravity of accumulated experiences. Was it a conversation held under starlit skies, or a revelation during a shared project that crystallized their bond? The ambiguity here is deliberate, inviting speculation. Perhaps it's a gesture of ultimate commitment, or a bittersweet acknowledgement of limits reached. Here's where it gets crazy again. Fans are piecing together timelines that suggest this moment aligned with personal anniversaries, amplifying its impact and explaining the outpouring of emotion. But as we hover on this precipice, feel the suspense coiling tighter. What revelations await if we peel back just one more layer? Perspective shifts once more to the broader cultural context, where Korean celebrity relationships often unfold under intense magnification, turning personal milestones into communal events. Shin Min-ah and Kim Woo-bin's story fits this mold yet defies it, their discretion a rare commodity that endears them further to admirers. Media narratives frame them as exemplars of enduring love, but with undertones that hint at sacrifices made behind closed doors. Imagine the pressure of embodying such ideals while grappling with real human frailties. Does it culminate in a moment of raw authenticity that shatters the facade? Fans, drawing from similar tales of other stars, speculate wildly, their theories ranging from joyous unions to poignant farewells. And in this swirl of possibilities, ask yourself, what does it say about us that we're so invested, hanging on every clue as if it's our own story unfolding? Layering in more suspense, recent sightings and subtle social media activity add fuel to the fire, with posts that evoke nostalgia and forward-looking hope in equal measure. A shared image here, an enigmatic caption there, each element dissected for hidden meanings. Could these be harbingers of the deepest moment, a build-up to an emotional peak that has left fans in tears? Or are they diversions, masking a truth that's more complex? The mystery deepens as we consider body language experts takes on their latest appearances, where micro-expressions suggest depths unspoken. Picture the scene, a public event where their proximity speaks volumes, yet a fleeting shadow crosses a face, prompting endless debate. But wait, what if this is merely the setup for something grander, a revelation that's been building for a decade? From an insider's whispered accounts, though unverified and cloaked in anonymity, we hear of evenings filled with reflection, where past trials are revisited not with regret but with a profound sense of growth. These tales paint a picture of two souls intertwined, their deepest connection forged in adversity's crucible. Yet, the details evade us, leaving room for imagination. Was there a tearful exchange that redefined their future, or a quiet affirmation that solidified their past? Fans cling to these snippets, their emotions mirroring the intensity described. And here's the intriguing part, such stories often circle back to themes of waiting, of longing fulfilled or deferred, teasing us with the possibility that the moment in question involves a long-awaited step forward.